been watching your 1 Minute of Fire.
Yeah, dude, it's been getting a lot of views and a lot of hate. There's a lot of
that's
comments
how you know you're doing
that.
it right.
Yeah, right.
That's what I told Billy the other night, Billy Burr.
Yeah, right. I mean, that's
Pissed off the right people. It was so great.
that was awesome. We good over there, Nick? Yeah, I mean, that was like, I would imagine, and maybe in your conversation he told you this, like, he had to know what was going to happen with that. And like, fuck it, I don't care.
Yeah, well, he cared. That's why it was so damn good.
Yeah.
I mean, he really leaned on it like the way he's supposed to lean on it.
Yeah. Right.
It was just great.
How much do you think, we were just discussing yesterday, like, for the most part, I thought that was a Bill Burr set, minus, language.
Yeah.
But, like, as far as if he was doing that at the club, would his jokes have been, like, that much further? Or do you think he really, like, did exactly what Bill Burr would do?
I think he made that set just for SNL's monologue, and I think he put all of him in it without doing, like, the nightclub version of it.
Right.
But it was still just solid.
Yep.
It was solid. I was proud of him.
It
I
was
was
very
jealous,
solid, but there, every topic, I was like, I feel like he could do 10 more minutes on this.
Oh, yeah, he probably could. Yeah, yeah.
Because it's SNL, and
yeah.
for time constraints, and also just, it's NBC. But I was like, man, I want to hear him keep going on this.
Yeah, I'm sure he chopped it down, but I don't think it got probably vulgar.
Right.
He probably got longer, though. I'm sure he had to nip this and nip that.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
what I'm looking forward to is him talking about that, be it on his podcast or on like in his back in the club, because I feel like that just new material comes from that.
Oh,
set
that
and
can be a whole new hour. That's a whole new hour, just that experience in that fucking 8-minute set.
What is funny too is if you make fun of angry white women, the reaction is angry white women.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like,
they come
you're
out.
proving the entire point right here.
Because they can't take a joke.
Yeah, they really
Anybody
can't.
who's too angry can't take a joke.
You're right.
So if you already all binded up from all whatever's going on in your head, you're going to fuck the joke up in your head.
Yep,
It's like
yep.
relax and just take a beating sometime.
Yeah, right. Just be like, yes, it is what it is.
Everybody got to take a beating. Like, what movie is that?
That is, I don't know the movie, but I know it's just my
You know
strongest
that reference?
suit.
I think it's Goodfellas, right at the beginning.
Yeah. I
When
mean,
his father was beating him. Some shit. I think Bronx Tale.
yeah, one
Whatever.
of those with
Bronx
the
Tale.
guineas fucking doing their mafia shit. But it's true. I think the world lacks that right now. Like, admit when you're wrong, like, or just admit when it's a joke, or take a beating, like, hand up, or change your opinion. Like, you don't have to dig your heels in on fucking everything
Stop
if you're
being
proven wrong.
offended so easily.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
Lord have mercy. You don't even know this man.
Yeah,
He's not
right.
talking to you.
Right,
He's
right.
just talking.
Have you found like, so your podcast is Race Wars?
Yeah,
which
Race Wars.
I feel like, and you've been doing it for a while now, right?
Yeah, we've been doing it for 5 years. I
So
think.
5 years ago, the term Race Wars
Yeah.
and the subject
I smelled
matter.
it coming, Kev.
Yeah.
I smelled it coming, brother.
This is like you started a podcast in 1936 called The Holocaust.
You feel like this was blowing. I know how the wind is blowing. Got in on the bottom floor when it came to racism.
I'm in on the racism gold rush.
I was a prospector way before.
This is my land here in my territory. I saw you, I think, at Dangerfields. Maybe this is probably like gotta be like almost 10 years ago.
Okay, yeah.
And you were doing this thing where you were clapping at the crowd.
trying to keep the crowd up.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
man, and it was like the funniest shit I've ever seen. So I'm happy to have you in here.
It's like cattle prodding. You gotta get those cows in that fucking tank.
Just point them here, like, laugh now. Here's the joke. Be good. But so Race Wars, I mean, now like, has the subject matter changed? Are you finding is it more serious? Is it harder to navigate, or is it the same old shit?
It's the same stuff because we approach it with love, you know what I'm saying? But we still got laughter in it, but it's like we approach it like trying to listen and trying to hear everybody's side of it.
Right.
That's why we have a lot of different people who come on here, from Ann Coulter, who's been on a dozen times, to
Really?
Artie Lange. Yeah, Ann Coulter's been on a bunch of times.
How's that go?
It's great. It's
Yeah?
great. I had her on with Yamanika. I don't know if y'all know Yamanika Saunders,
No.
big black girl. She's very funny. And I had them
Basically
on.
anti-Ann Coulter.
Yeah, that's what they
Polar
think. But
opposite.
when you meet her, it's like she's just a person with, opinions too.
Right.
And it's funny how people attack her, even though a lot of her shit I don't agree with, but a lot of like politics from my family I don't agree with.
Right.
But it's funny how people think, like, first of all, they think they're gonna come on a show and smash her, but she's smart as shit. She's a lawyer and a writer, so she knows the stuff. You got to come in with your information and not just passion,
Right.
or you're gonna lose.
Right.
I learned that a long time ago from Manny Dorman at the fucking Comedy Cellar.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's like a debate. It's like a battle. It's not just about like how excited or passionate you are. You have to, like, they're gonna say this, and I have to rebuttal with this. And I mean, there's a lot of people on both sides who are just good at arguing now.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
and they might be like dead wrong, like morally.
Right.
But they're gonna have the stats and the whatever. They stay calm, and next thing you know, you look like the asshole for being, screaming and yelling. And
it's funny
about
how a lot of even like liberals or just people will say, women have the right to have an opinion, and women you can't attack them for having but then Ann comes around and they run through it. They call her horse face this and horse face that. But it's like, what happened to all that women unity?
Yeah. It's funny how quickly that changed.
They ditch if you ain't got the same politics. They ditch you.
Yeah. It's funny. It's like, where did that go, man? Right?
But we have some good shows on, man. Artie Lange came on a bunch of times, and George Wallace a bunch of times.
Yeah, he's good.
So I try to have a nice mix.
Artie is one of the. I mean, we had him in like right before one of his latest, slip ups and bouts, and when he is like lucid, and he's unbelievable.
Nobody's funnier.
He's
one of my great best friends, but nobody's funnier than him.
Yeah.
The way he paints a picture like that is like, I always call him like the white Tracy Morgan.
Yeah.
Because the way these fuckers explain shit, it's like, it makes you feel like you get transported to where they are. We had a great episode with him called Drunk Trump. Right when they were first when he's running for office, and he did a character that we just kept on there. It was the funniest shit.
Yeah,
but it's just impromptu, just how Artie is.
Yeah,
Artie's interview with us was one of the most impressive things I've ever seen because he was definitely fucked up.
Like he was entitled.
There were multiple times throughout the interview where I was like, "We're gonna have to catch this dude."
Yeah,
so he thought he was gonna fall off a chair.
Really?
In fact, I was like, sometimes looking to his publicist, like, "Are you gonna step? Like, there's something wrong here."
Yeah.
But it was wrong physically, like looking at him.
Right.
But like that he had the mic in his hand and he was still just fucking crushing it. Like, it was like Jordan flu game stuff where
that's how
I
Mitch,
can see you're not
used
okay.
to be too. Hedberg. Hedberg used to be like, holy shit, Hedberg, we gotta get him a cab.
Yeah.
And then he get on stage and smash.
Really?
But still be he was just in his own place.
I feel like that to me, I mean, I guess it is kind of similar to sports when you see like a Jordan flu game, but the thought of being like fucked up on stage to me and still killing is
But when you feel
so foreign to me.
When you feel sick and you get on stage, you feel better on stage. I remember a while ago, like over a decade ago, I was in L.A. at the Laugh Factory, and Dangerfield was there, Rodney Dangerfield. This was before he died. And off stage, I was like, they would roll his ass out there. I mean, prior to the tour after he died. He was sitting in the audience with his wife, and I was like, this dude, like, he's on death's doorstep.
Yeah.
And barely moving, decrepit. He got on stage and was like, boom, bang, 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 killed, and then right back off stage, back to an old man. I was like, it's like a time machine, that stage, man.
Honestly, I even see that, like, not with comedy, but like my own father is like, around the house on the weekends, he's like, goofy and not making sense, and he's like, fucking, I don't, like bothered by all of us, and then he goes to work and he's like in his suit and doing like real shit. I'm like, how are you the same? How are you the same person? Probably because he hates being around us all the time.
He's at home, fucking pissed off in his knockaround pants.
Exactly. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, so you feel that way with comedy too? Like you get on stage and you're just like, at home.
Oh yeah.
In your
That's why
element.
it's so hard right now with this, quarantining and all that we can't get in and perform. It's like it's hell.
Yeah.
This is the longest I've been on stage in 20 years.
Have you been doing like the drive-in shows or the fucking?
I had a show in Royster, Pennsylvania, like an outdoor show, and it got canceled because of the hurricane. It's like comedy's the new baseball.
One thing, it's another.
We got weather delays and rain delays. It stinks.
Yeah, that's tough, man. I feel like it's like, I mean, we do live podcasts here and there, but it's not like, it's not really, it's not comparable to stand-up comedy, and I don't need it, I feel like if we couldn't do this, I'd probably lose my mind too.
You think so?
Well, this is like my therapy. You know what I mean? If I can't talk into this, I'm gonna lose my goddamn
You got to get
mind.
it out.
So
you got to get it out, man.
Yeah, it really is. It's like, I don't even care. Are you listening? I don't care. This is for me. You know what I mean?
And writing is, it's therapeutic, but it's not the same as performing right there and get that gratification right in front of you.
Yeah.
And podcasts are fun, but without comedy, if you're a stand-up, podcast is your second thing.
Yeah,
It's not your first thing. So when it became your first thing, it's like, fuck you.
Yeah.
It's like, making you jump off your girl.
But podcasting's my side chick. You're not my main. Yeah. But if you didn't, I mean, the guys who don't have any sort of podcasts or video series, digital, whatever, I mean, you're fucked.
Yeah.
I mean, if you got nothing else, it is a tough scene right
But
now.
that's like a lot of the comics who are taking a risk and doing shows in other states that's doing indoor shows.
Yeah.
And it's not worth it for me.
No, I mean, at what point do you think would you say, fuck it? Like, let's say there's no vaccine or whatever, but we go another year, another 6 months, what would you just be like, all right, I mean, I got to do what I got to do?
In my head, I think in New York State, at least, New York City, it's going to be to January. We're not getting back into
Yeah.
And I'm
Once
really
the winter
thinking
hits,
April.
Right.
Not April, but spring.
Right.
But yeah, I'm not thinking that we're gonna be back in like everybody. But who knows?
It's crazy.
Maybe we'll find a vaccine, or maybe shit have swung.
I love when people are like, "Well, we just got to get to the election." Well, what the? Why?
Yeah, that's
what the
not
fuck
gonna
does
solve
that mean?
shit.
Yeah. It's only gonna get worse then.
Dude, I was saying the other day at the election, I'm like a small part of my mind is like, I kind of hope Trump wins because then the people with the guns aren't angry.
I can handle pissed off liberals.
It's not liberals.
What about the Crips and the Bloods? No, they'd be pretty. I don't know if they're on board with that.
I saw you describe the debate as the worst verses of all time.
Oh yes,
That was pretty funny.
I mean,
man.
even if Trump loses, he's still the president of January.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
Yeah.
So-
And, I mean, can you imagine what
He's gonna rock out. He's gonna burn the building.
a lame
Yeah, like,
duck
that's-
for a
that's
couple
some
months?
shit.
Like, make it count, man.
It's like your last day in the hotel room. It's
Exactly.
like, fuck this place. I'm coming on everything in here.
And that's not like figurative. He will come on everything in the White House, man.
Lincoln's gonna have a milk mustache in his portrait.
Maybe he would stop being such a fucking asshole at that point. If he just went back to like Celebrity Apprentice Donald and was just like partying in the White House for a couple months, maybe it'd be a little more tolerable.
But I think he's gonna have a chip on his shoulder for losing.
For sure.
No doubt.
No, like,
No doubt.
I
There's no chance
had
of that
never
happening.
considered that until right now.
Yeah.
The place will be burned down this
Yeah.
winter.
It's
Like, you just
coming
like,
with
fuck
me.
this place.
It's either my house or nobody's house. That's
right.
It's like say you had some shit job where you got fired from. Like they have security go to your desk with you, so you don't
They
fuck
escort
the
you the
place
fuck
up.
right out,
Yes.
man. You don't get an extra minute in that building.
They
let
gotta
alone a
walk
couple
him
months.
out. I mean, Eric. If I was Eric Trump, if he loses, Eric Trump, just stay away from your father because he's gonna beat the shit out of you. You know that's the one he hits. He get mad at Ivanka's like this. Go get Eric. Go whip his ass. You better stay clear.
What'd you think of him dancing to the YMCA?
Who?
You saw it? Trump.
When he did that?
It was like last night, I think.
Oh,
Let me
at one
see.
of his rallies?
Yeah, I mean,
Lord have mercy.
it was the most like white guy dancing you've ever fucking seen. And again, these are things that probably would have been funny. Had he not become the fucking president and like, gotten so controversial. I mean, even when he was first running, and it was kind of like, oh, this isn't so, this is just like a silly thing, but. I mean, that would have been funny in 2015, and now it's like, what the fuck's going on?
That's some steroids in him right there.
I've been wondering about this ever since I heard that he switched his songs to. They're both Village People songs, right? I think he goes on to YMCA, leaves to Macho Man.
Really?
Does he know about like YMCA is about like fucking each other in bathrooms?
But so
Why?
many people, so many bands banned him from using their music.
Right.
That's
The only one left.
It's either that or DMX.
And if Donald came
Where
out
my
to
niggas
DMX,
is at? Where my niggas is at? He'll get my vote if you come out of
I was
that.
gonna say, I might even look for that. That's fucking funny. DMX or the Village People, one or the other, man. That is a trip, dude.
I got a clip with me and Donna and Melania. I used to do Good Morning America all the time. And me and Melania were on together. Then Trump calls in and fires me on the air. It's real funny.
Yeah.
That's right before he ran, so everybody was still clapping and everybody was still
He used to
happy.
just kind of be the fucking, reality TV guy, whatever. Poor Melania. I feel like Melania's like,
Poor thing.
this is not what the fuck I signed up for, man. I'm a gold digger. I got the billionaire TV guy, and now I got to be the first fucking lady.
She didn't come on board with Trump to get a job.
No, that's the whole opposite of what I was doing.
Yes. She tried to avoid a job and ended up in a job.
The
That's how
ultimate
white
job.
she is.
Yeah.
Damn, it's good being
I
white.
can't even be unemployed if I want to. That's fucking
Can't
great,
lose for
man.
winning.
And like they make her do like anti-bullying. She's like, I don't even speak English, dude.
Yes.
What are you talking about? How am I supposed to do anti-bullying?
She
right
sounds
now?
like the bad guy in Rocky 4. Rocky 3. Which one was the Russian?
I mean, she kind of dodged a bullet with like right before they got the night before they got COVID was those tapes released of her.
Oh,
of
right.
talking about
She's like,
Christmas
fuck-
decorations.
she's
She's like, I
like,
don't give a
fuck
fuck
Christmas.
about this. Yeah. And then you could hear it in her voice, like, I don't know these fucking kids. I don't know what. She was like, Michelle didn't do it. Why are they mad at her? I feel for her, man.
She just say, whatever Michelle did, just do it again.
Yeah.
And put my name on it. You saw my speech.
Man, I feel like she's. Gonna
I
have
used to
story
live in a
tell.
fucking house of gold.
Yeah.
And now I'm in this house that was built in 1920, whatever the fuck the White
Yeah.
House was built.
Honestly.
I hate everything thing about this.
She's got to be counting down the days. Go back to my life of fucking divorce this guy, take half his money, and go back to my life of opulence. You
think she'll try to bounce? After?
I mean, wasn't there talks of like there was rumors that she was like about to file the papers and then he won and it was like, well, I guess we can't like do the divorce now.
I
don't know
guess.
if that was
Yeah, there
proven
definitely
true
were
or-
those rumors.
The whole presidency's just been a bunch of footage of her pulling her hand away from his.
Yeah.
Off of Air Force One.
I mean,
Like she knew he had COVID from the beginning.
did you sanitize?
I smell it on you. I smell it.
I mean, yeah. If I'm her, I'm out. I mean, why stick around? What's the fucking point? You want to stay married to Donald Trump at this point?
I feel like they have some kind of weird marriage where it's just like.
You think?
Yeah.
You think she's like into him?
She got her own
Respects
room.
him?
No,
Not
fuck
into him,
no.
but like, you think there's something?
No, there's nothing
Just
there
straight-
but money.
straight cash,
Yeah,
yeah.
but I
Once
feel
she
like
had Barron, she was like this.
Yeah.
My work here is done.
Yeah, man. Barron's about to hit the fucking NBA draft at this
She
rate.
chose her
That dude's
name by
like
what
8
she
feet
wished she
tall.
was.
He is a freak, man. He looks like Kristaps. He looks like Porzingis out there.
That's right.
If that kid has any handles, any jump shot at all, he's going to the fucking
Yeah,
league,
so
man.
you like a European player that who grew up here.
Yeah,
It was
right.
bound to happen.
Barron.
Who was it? Geraldo Rivera, or Geraldo Rivera, how you pronounce it, had a tweet where he's like, he had 2 back-to-back tweets that were so fucking weird about Barron Trump. Where one was about if Trump wins, he gets second term, he's gonna be the hottest dude in DC. like just like
Geraldo said this?
yeah, just
About
like
Barron?
just like I want to fuck that 17-year-old boy, man. Like that.
Maybe
like
it sounds better in Spanish. Sounds less offensive in Spanish.
It sounds better in Greek, and that's about it. and then he's like also like it's my dream to watch him and Bronny James on the same team. Like they should play basketball together. And like added LeBron. Like you should have him come to the White House.
my
Like,
God.
I don't think LeBron's going to the White House to fuck around with
Nah,
Barron.
no.
Trump.
Ronaldo
right now,
ain't been
bro.
right since those Al Capone vaults. Was a Pepsi bottle and a dirty penny. He ain't been right since then. He went straight Fox News after that.
Yeah, LeBron ain't fucking around with that. Period, man.
I'm happy that he won another,
Yeah,
I'm
you
happy
a
for
LeBron
LeBron.
fan?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
But what
mean-
do you think? Well, I saw El Presidente talking about the bubble not being a real season and then you have asterisks.
I think everything with sports is if what you want to happen happens, it's a real season.
Right.
And if it doesn't, then it's fake. So
Yeah.
if you're a LeBron hater, this doesn't count. I mean, if the Heat had won, it would have been an amazing upset. They took down LeBron. What a great championship.
Right.
The Lakers win. It's fraudulent. The bubble, blah, 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 blah. So,
Yeah, I'm a Cowboy fan. I remember when they had scab players, when they had that strike season.
Yeah.
And with the scabs was better than the team. I was like this. So let's hear these guys out.
this counts. This all counts.
The union ain't all that good.
Yeah, I mean, LeBron to me, man. We had an episode out today where we were talking about it. It's just like, what more does he have to fucking do to?
I mean-
he has a lot of fans, of course, but he's got a lot of haters still too. That's like,
He got 3 MVPs in 3 different cities. He did it for his home city that never had a championship since
Ever.
the factory's closed.
revives like the Lakers once great, kind of in the dumps,
Brought
brought
that
them
back.
did it in the
After
East, did it in
Kobe's
the
dead.
West. I mean, what fucking more does he have to do? But I mean, it'll
I
never be
feel
enough.
like it's like he's right on the cusp of like because I think about like Jeter, like Peyton Manning. Where I hated their fucking guts until probably year 18.
Eventually, it was
Where
like,
it's
I
like,
gotta respect.
You
it.
gotta respect him, yeah.
Same thing. I
what
did that
can
with
I
Brady
fucking
too.
say?
Yeah, it's like eventually. But I don't know. He is just the most. Can you imagine being that good at something?
Yeah.
And still having people be like, "Nah, man, you fucking suck."
Masturbation is my answer. Masturbation. I'm
I'm the
top
greatest
5.
of all time. I'm the greatest
I got
of
2
all
hands
time.
going. I got a foot going. It's
Doing
just
all
sparks
sorts of
coming
shit.
from me.
Dude, I revolutionized the game, all right? I'm talking like LeBron's like a 6'8" point guard. I'm a masturbating freak, okay? If scouts could watch me, they'd be like, this guy, he's going to change the game forever.
Scouts do watch me. Like FBI agents talk about me.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
like,
if
dude,
Big
this
Brother's
fucking-
watching, they're getting a show. Some guys at CIA learning some things from me. Like, oh, I'm going to go home and try that later, man. Shit.
Oh man,
You
beating off is fun.
It's fun. Are you a New York guy through and through?
Yeah, I was born in Brooklyn, born
Okay.
and raised in Brooklyn, went to college in Maryland, And then I live on Upper East Side now. That's where I've been,
Brooklyn, we were just talking about COVID. Brooklyn and Queens it's all spiking because of the Hasidics.
Yeah.
They won't follow any of the fucking
I think
rules,
that's where it first sparked off, too, in Westchester. The same thing.
That's where you're at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Jews just won't listen.
I
They just
mean-
won't follow the rules, man.
They like, fuck it. What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
Can't knock them, you know?
I ain't raising my rent and yelling at them. I'm going to let them rock out, baby. I see you, Moish. Stay 6 feet, but I see you, brother.
Do your thing, man.
Do
your thing out in
you.
Brooklyn. I'll be in Manhattan. You have your fun, man. It is crazy.
Mazel, baby.
Are you on, where do you fall on the New York's dead, New York's anarchy?
No, it's fine.
Yeah, right.
It's fine.
It's fucking fine.
New York's is still here.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody
I
who-
wouldn't say it's different. It's not fine. There's gonna be
It's
some
different,
businesses
but it's still
closing
life
and shit.
here.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
walk out there and you see some, like on a warm days, all these restaurants outside packed. It was like, holy shit, what am I, in Montreal? This is
Right.
great.
Yeah, man.
So everybody's still here, but I think a lot of people, some people moved out and there's a lot of apartments available and stuff like that. But I think that's people who were just
On the way out anyway.
Anyway, yeah.
Maybe it bumped their plan up a little bit a couple years early or whatever.
Right.
Sucks to see some classic places close, some small businesses go under.
When you see all the Dominicans out of Inwood, then you tell me.
then we got problems, man.
Let me know about that.
Yeah.
Well, everybody's here who's always here is still here.
Yeah. That's right. I mean, and I think there are people. I think they had their moment in the sun, like when shit was bad. They were like, we're we're in like farm country, like.
Yeah.
Your city's in ruins, and now it's back to normal. I think they're pissed off about it.
I think we're going to have a rush of people coming back next
You
year.
think? I keep
believe it.
wondering, like,
With these rents like this?
yeah, right? That's the thing.
And everybody at
now's
home
the time to get
saving
in.
somewhere else, saving
Yeah.
their money up, not spending on anything.
Right.
I moved like in the pandemic. I moved in September or August, whatever it was, and I was like, oh, I can have this place now?
Yeah.
Fucking awesome, unbelievable.
It's
And
crazy.
as long as you're not around the Hasidics, you're fine. Just pick the right neighborhood, and you're good to go. All right.
Did you grow up in New York? Where you grew up?
Yeah, I was born in the Bronx.
What high school? You?
I
went
was
to Catholic.
So I went to high school in Pelham in Westchester. So I was born in the Bronx,
Okay.
lived outside of Philly for a minute, and then when we came back to the Bronx, we moved to Pelham, New York. So I was in Pelham High School. It's like a
Okay.
public high school.
yeah.
Yeah. But PS 175 was where.
How was your teams in high school, yo?
terrible?
Shitty?
Terrible, yeah. So
Oh,
bad.
boy.
I put it this way: I was the captain of the basketball team.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
we were that bad, brother.
Oh, Papa, no.
We were
Papa.
that bad. Okay.
Y'all might as well play in jean shorts. Why waste a uniform on this white team?
We had I remember our coach said I think we went like 2-18 that year, and our coach said like beginning of the season he was like, if we play well, like if we're good,
Right.
I'm gonna write a book called I think he was gonna call it like starting at guard, because everybody was like 5'10". You know
Oh,
what I mean? Like we
that's
had like no height,
like
no
the
nothing.
Rockets.
Everybody, yeah. The Rockets like without James Harden, without any talent, and he was like, if this goes well, like I'm gonna have a story to tell. It did not go well.
It did not go well.
The story to tell was that we fucking sucked, dude. We were bad. But yeah, so where'd you go to school?
I went to Bishop Loughlin in Brooklyn,
Okay.
Catholic school.
So, yeah.
Mark Jackson went there.
Okay.
From, who else? Dougie Doug. And
You play ball?
yeah, I played a little ball.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You still play?
Somewhat.
Yeah.
I need to get back on
You still play like sports? How old are you?
Yeah. I'm 45.
Why?
Yeah, that's too.
Because I love it. Why play sports?
Yo, every time I
have to.
You say that until you like tear an ACL.
If you still fucking,
And you're-
you still want to play sports because you still need
I'm
that
out on
kind of
both,
agility.
Sherrod.
You
I'm
still
trying
need
to
the
get out on
rebound.
both.
He's like, somebody tag me out.
Dude, I was fucking the other day and I got 2 cramps in both my fucking
That's
legs.
shameful. Eat a
And
banana.
I know. I was like, this is bad even by my standards. And I'm like in the middle of it trying to like stretch the one leg out.
Oh, yeah.
Get the Charlie horse. It was embarrassing,
I catch
man.
a cramp up in here sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, at climax.
From
Yeah, my abs just tighten up on me.
there's an image I did not need.
One time I got stuck. I came in my own face. I couldn't move out the way of it. I cramped up. I locked up.
Oh, dude, I'm happy you said that because we're about to go play a game called Answer the Internet, and now I know what kind of questions you're down with, what kind of shit you're ready to answer. So let's go over to the next room. But the podcast is Race Wars,
Yes.
and you got a sports one as
That's
well,
right, Small Ball that I
Small
got with
Ball.
Embassy Row on Apple Music and Spotify.
Okay, cool. Are you like diving into sports, or is it
Diving
just like,
into sports, I'm talking to a whole bunch of entertainers about sports because a lot of comedians played sports in high school
Yeah,
and all
for sure.
that. So we talk about a lot of sports like experiences and what we went through as like athletes.
What was your greatest sports experience?
A double play, my first double play in Little League.
Yeah.
Yes.
You went way back.
this was like,
I've always said that like Little League baseball for most guys,
Yeah.
to me it's like the happiest you'll ever be.
Oh, yes.
Like that age and
definitely
playing
you
ball.
beat the Puerto
and-
Ricans coming from Coney Island.
Yeah,
It's
buddy.
like, yo, we can beat the Yankees if we beat these because they were nice. They all had mustaches and shit. I'm like, wow.
Well, yeah, they were
how
like
old
they
are
were
these
like
kids?
20. Danny Almonte was mowing you down.
The second baseman with the third baseman's fucking father.
Yo, looking back on Danny Almonte, man,
Yeah.
I want to go back and watch that again. It's so fucking funny to think of him just gassing 11-year-olds.
Yes.
And just being out there on the mound the whole time.
He's what, 17?
I think he was like 18.
18?
Yeah.
And where
Man,
was
against, like,
Trump then?
10-year-olds,
Where
man.
was Trump then to call out the birthing thing on that kid? He pulled in on Obama, pulling on fucking Dan.
He was so good that like we never questioned it, and then we heard his old, and we went, oh yeah,
Oh, of course.
yeah, that makes sense.
He
Of
was,
course,
he was,
yeah.
he was throwing perfect games, and it was like 18 strikeouts and 18 outs.
But he
You
was,
know what I mean?
he
It
was like
crazy.
only like 2 years older. Then was like, okay, maybe he'll do the same once he played with kids his age. They lit his ass up.
He sucked.
They lit his
He
ass.
was, that dude should have started steroids right away. You know? I got no shot playing
Where
against
is he
regular
now?
competition.
Danny
I
Almonte?
I would love to track him down. If we could get him in
I'm
here.
gonna Google it real quick.
Yeah, if we could get him in here and do like a little fucking mockumentary on him. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
where is he and what is he
special.
doing?
You know what? Are you a Yankee fan?
Yeah,
Yeah,
of
fuck
course.
the Yankees. I'm a Mets
I
fan.
go to
so.
Yankees all the time. I love the Mets too. The Mets have
Do
the best
you?
parade.
You're one of these fucking
I was born
both
and raised
ways?
here, man. Because sometimes I like the Yankees, but the Mets tickets we can afford.
Well, the other day was the 22-year anniversary of that fat fuck Jeffrey Mayer pulling that ball.
Oh yeah.
Fucking hate that kid. I mean, as a Mets, so I was born in the Bronx as a Mets fan, so my life sucked.
I was a
bro.
Cowboy fan in Brooklyn.
Yeah, how'd that happen?
Because my cousin Jeffro Pugh played on the Cowboys.
Oh, all right.
He went to college with my
Okay.
mother at Elizabeth City State.
All right, that's
so
a decent
that was like
answer.
born
That's a decent
in.
reason, yeah.
It was rough though. A
I
couple
mean,
years.
yeah, and that fucking kid, like, he arguably like ruined my life. Jeffrey Mayer. What's Danny doing?
Danny. Actually, I didn't realize he had a
He's a
very
grandfather now.
successful high school and college career.
He did?
Like he was in. He wasn't drafted, but he was in the draft.
Oh, shit.
I don't know what he does now. Oh no! These days he is the assistant baseball coach for Cardinal Hayes High School in New York City.
Oh, okay. Hayes, that's in the Bronx,
Yeah,
right?
I was gonna say. I mean, go back to where it was working. You know what I mean?
That's right. Where he was a
They
star.
still love him there. So
Well, I would say the Mets had the best parade ever. That '86 parade.
man.
I remember they let us out of school for that shit.
Really?
Like the teacher was like this, "Get out of here, go to
Yeah.
the parade," and the cops let us jump the turnstile.
listen, New York City
was
in
crazy.
the '80s throwing a party is like it's gonna be a good time.
Everybody
that's
was
why
there.
Doc couldn't make it because he was throwing his
Crack.
own party.
Because
You know what
crack's
I mean?
delicious.
That was a time.
Crack
man.
threw him out at home.
Doc was like, I do this all the time.
Yeah.
This is, there's ticker tape, whatever, man. This is just crack day, man.
Wait, Doc just didn't go to the parade.
He missed
missed
the
it. He
parade.
was
He was,
uptown
he was
smoking
literally
crack.
he was literally in the crack house.
Yeah.
Really?
You got to watch the documentary.
It's one of like the
fucking awesome.
saddest things ever, but it's hilarious. Like, he was just
He
like-
said they saw it on TV, and people like this, shouldn't you be there? He was like this, beware. I'm where I'm supposed to be. Ooh, that's hot. Ooh, that's hot.
all right, man. Let's go next door. I appreciate it though. Thank you so
Thanks
much.
for having me.
Hey, Sean.